So truth be told, the narcissist is going to respect you a lot less every single time you take them back. Every time they lie, cheat, and steal, every time they betray you, every time they ruin your life, ghost you, block you, and then hoover and come back, and you take them back, they lose a little bit more respect for you. Sometimes they'll even tell you that they don't respect you. Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kita, and today we're going to be talking about toxic relationships like we usually do. You know what really pisses me off is how we just took these clowns, like someone illustrated in the comments yesterday. These clowns think that they could just come back whenever they want. They can just throw us to the street, go hook up with someone else. And when that doesn't work, they can just come back to us and we're just going to open our doors, open our arms, and gladly take them back. You know why they think that? Well, because that's what we do. Or at least that's what we did. Some of us that have come out of this circus show, we took them back time and time again. They made us suffer. They watched us suffer. And then they came back with all these empty promises. Like if we were going to forget the betrayal that they did. You never forget. You never forget. You're going to carry that. I don't care how much work you do on forgiveness and letting go with love and all these things that we try to do to cleanse ourselves. The mind is not going to forget. Let me ask you a question. How long have you guys been trying to forget your narcissist ex? How long have you been trying to get these toxic predators out of your mind? How long have you been out of the relationship and you're still ruminating, still thinking about them? Months? Years? How many of you have moved on to other relationships and you still can't get them out of your head? And you can't be intimate with a new partner completely because you're still tormented. I see a lot of hands going up. See a lot of hands. You guys are holding signs up there. 1 year. I think I see 1 year. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. That's how much power these low-life scums have. And it's not that they're actually powerful, is that we give them that power. We surrender our power. We surrender control of our lives, control of our minds over to these toxic users. Because really, that's what they are. They're users. If they really loved us, if they really cared about us, they would not have done these acts, these atrocious acts of infidelity. Because they know. Remember, even psychopaths, that they have no empathy. They're trying to fit in with society because they know they're disordered. They're trying to exist in this world. They're highly intelligent. So they understand, probably from books or from word of mouth, how human emotions work. So that's how they're able to control us, right? So that means that they know. It means that they know that what they're about to do is going to crush us. But they do it anyway. They do it anyway. So when you sit back and you think, wait a second, so you knew this was going to destroy me. You knew what you were doing was grounds for termination. You knew that was a deal breaker. You knew that if I caught you, that was the end of the relationship. And you did it anyway. You took that risk, which means that you were willing to lose it all. But you know why they take those risks? Well, there's a lot of reasons. One being that they just don't give a fuck. And they're very spontaneous. And they're very, what's the word? What is that word? promiscuous, kind of rhymes with spontaneous, but yeah, they're very promiscuous, very charming. People just drool over them. They look like rock stars. They look like movie stars. They just have this energy, this charm to them. And people just naturally are intoxicated by them. They gravitate towards them. But you're looking at the superficial. You're looking at the superficial. The media only shows you the superficial. When you see their photographs on Instagram, that's what they want you to see. What they post on those dating apps. And they use FaceApp to make themselves more beautiful. And that's what they want you to see. Only the people that actually get entangled in a romantic relationship or a really close relationship of whatever sorts gets to see them for the monster that they really are. And that's why they can fool an audience. That's why they have flying monkeys. That's why they can do a smear campaign on you, and nobody's going to believe you because you're going to get emotional. You're going to get crazy, as you should, because you're a human being. You're having a normal human response. But they have the world fooled. They have the world fooled because you look like a crazy person. You're the one that's overreacting, and they're calm, cool, and collected. So we try to learn to be calm, cool, and collected when dealing with these people. But inside, our heart is beating out of control, just beating out of control. And that's how you can tell when you're dealing with like a psychopath that doesn't bat an eyebrow. Their emotions don't get rattled up. Their heart rate doesn't increase. They can just cold-bloodedly look you in the eye and lie to you. Or a narcissist that, you know, especially low-tier narcissists, they're not good liars. They're kind of terrible liars. And you see them get riled up when it's like, oh shit, I got caught. Oh shit, they're calling me out. And that's why they throw those tantrums. Because they want to deflect, right? They deflect with the tantrums. Those tantrums scare you. Okay, the tantrums scare you. You don't want to get into a fight. You're afraid of losing them. Remember, you're afraid of losing your relationship, your home, your family. You're afraid of losing that. So they're going to throw that tantrum to scare you, to give you like a shock, like a warning, like, hey, shut up or this is over. That's why they use that. It's deflection. They cannot win. If you were to have a civilized, rational conversation, they can't win because they've just been exposed. Like you just saw their text and it's another woman or another man. You just saw it. You just read through their emails and you know what you read. You know what you saw. You saw the hickeys on their necks. You saw the scratches on their back. You saw the bruises on their thighs, on their inner thighs. How do you get a bruise down there all the time? You know what was going on, but when you bring it up, they're going to deflect and they're going to gaslight and confuse you because they don't want to lose you either. They don't want to lose you either because you're a good source of supply. Otherwise, they would have dumped you a long time ago. Otherwise, when they did dump you and discard you or ghost you, they came back, didn't they? They came back because there's something about you that they want. Remember, they're users. They're users. Even if all they want is good sex, they're using you for that. They're using you for that. And when they find another contender, then you're disposed. You no longer mean anything. You don't matter anymore. And that's why, as a human being, we get so entangled and so, entangled pretty much is the word. You're entangled like a web, right? It's sick. Because logically, you look at the situation and logically it's like, I don't want anything to do with this person or anybody like that. Like, please lose my number and just get out of my life. Like, it's common sense. But we get so entangled in their toxic world, right? Because it's their world. You get caught up in their bubble, their dark bubble. You're caught in there. And once you're in there, it's like you've gotten a lobotomy. You feel brain dead. You're in there like derp. You know you're being lied to. You're being cheated. You're being abused. It's unacceptable. And yet you can't respond properly. It's like you freeze. And then when you're out, when you finally get out, and this is what a lot of us go through after the fact. Once you got your cockiness back, and you got your swag back, and you're tasting freedom and happiness and joy again, you're not even dating new people. You're actually happy being by yourself, and you're accomplishing goals, and you're getting fit, and things are just going for you. You just don't have that negative energy around you anymore, and you're legitimately happy with your life. You're happy to get up in the morning. Once you get to that place, then you start replaying that tape, and you start remembering all these instances where they deserved for you to have called them out right then and there, where all their cards were exposed, right? There they were, right on the table. That's the truth. And for some sort of fear, some fear of abandonment, some fear of being alone, something that you and I had at that particular moment, rather than calling them out, we chose to look the other way. And that's why these clowns, that's why these users, these manipulators, these lowlives, these psychopaths, these narcissists, that's why they think that they can just always have us whenever they want. They think that we're just going to take them back every single time. And for the most part, it's true. Can you blame the narcissist for feeling so overly confident with the things that they do? Can you blame them? They are disordered, right? So rather than saying, damn, I screwed up. I almost lost the love of my life, my person. I almost lost it. Let me make sure that from this moment on, I'm going to practice living amends. Okay, living amends means that from now to the day you die, you're going to make sure that you don't hurt this person the same way you did before. You show them through unconditional love, through your acts, okay, that you've changed, that you made a mistake, and that you regret it, and they almost lost you, okay? But they're gonna make sure that from now on they treat you how you deserve to be treated. They're gonna prove to you that what they did was a one-time mistake. And I don't believe in mistakes. And you know why I don't believe in mistakes? Because they don't practice those living amends. They're incapable of doing that. They're gonna screw you over again. If you take them back, their disorder tells them, subconsciously tells them, hey, let's try not to screw this one up, but if you ever do mess up, they're probably going to take you back because they've invested time in you and they love you and you already know how they are. So temptation hits and they're confused and like, fuck it. And they just go through with it. In the back of their mind, they're like, I'm going to be fine. It's going to be okay. It's like the drug addict that just knows that mom and dad are going to bail them out. And no matter how much trouble they get into, mom and dad is going to come and bail them out. Why? Because it's their kid, right? It's their kid. After all, it's their baby. So they're going to bail them out. It's called enabling, by the way. It's called enabling. And that's why the drug addict continues to use and abuse caretakers and codependents, because they know that at the end of the day, when that psycho hits rock bottom, okay, when that coke addict hits rock bottom and they're crying on the floor like a total piece of shit because all the dopamine has left their body, okay, and they're just complete losers, complete trash, that's when the codependent and the caretaker will come back. And despite all the abuse, despite all the red flags that they saw, they're going to take care of them and help them get back to the top. And once they're back at the top, the abuse cycle repeats itself. And the toxic person, by default, knows this and understands it. Deep inside their dark soul, if they have a soul, let's call it a dark soul, they understand it, it resonates with them, so they keep doing what they've always done, and therefore they get what they've always gotten, which is a life of lies. A life in which they have to lie, cheat, and steal, manipulate, cover up. They never have peace. And in my book, you know what true happiness is? Peace. That's true happiness. Peace. If you can be at peace with nothing, That's happiness for me. That's even bigger than happiness. That's actual joy. That's joy, right? Peace. You can have all the things in the world, all the money in the world, all the men, all the women, all the fame. But if you can't sleep well at night, are you really happy? If you have anxiety all the time, if you're afraid of getting caught, if you need to lie and cover up your lies, are you happy? So you guys that think that the narcissist is now with a new supply and it's killing you inside, it's killing you because you know it's the Christmas season now. And instead of being with you, they're going to be with this other person. And this other person is enjoying them. I want you to listen to me very, very carefully. Okay? First of all, you don't know exactly what's going on in that entanglement. You only know what the narcissist blasts on social media and what the poor dumbass new supply, that's right, the poor dumbass new supply, remember we were a dumbass too, okay? They're the new dumbass. And whatever they're posting on their social media, that's all you know. You don't know what's really going on. I can tell you how that's going to end. It's going to end no different than how it ended for you. It might even end worse because this new dumbass supply, right, may be falling for that smear campaign. The narcissist is going to be telling them about you. They're going to be telling you how crazy you are and how evil you are. They're going to tell them you're the narcissist. They're going to tell them all this shit. And the new supply is going to believe it. And they're going to double down quicker than you did. Quicker! To try to make sure that they prove to the narcissist, they don't even know they're narcissists yet, right? They're going to prove to them, I'm better than your ex. Watch, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to double down. That's what happens. Would you trade your life with the new supply now, knowing what you now know? Would you trade places? Really think about that. And if your answer is yes, and you're completely fucked, that means you're completely trauma bonded, and you still don't get it. Maybe you want to keep chewing on that shit sandwich. It's going to taste like shit no matter how long you keep chewing it. They're not walking into the sunset with their soulmate. Don't buy into it. That's more smoke and mirrors. That's more BS. Don't buy into it. Don't do it to yourselves. Don't do it to yourselves. Once you get through the situation and you're able to take that bad experience and reframe it and reshape it and realize that that's what drove you to a new life, to a new world, to new successes, right? To new beautiful, wonderful experiences. If you can actually look back and say, damn, that sucked. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but damn, that's what it took to get me here. That's powerful stuff, right? That's powerful stuff. The narcissist will never experience that. They're stuck in that vicious cycle. They're stuck lying, having to love bomb, groom. Then they become disgusted with the person they groom. Now they start devaluing them. And then they got to find someone else and start all over and then dispose and discard the other supply. And it's a rinse and repeat cycle forever. And they only get worse over time. And then they get old and they get really, really resentful. It's a blessing that you're out. If you're out, it's a blessing. Rejoice. And if you're torn between staying and getting out, like, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, the writing's on the wall. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. Just like the narcissists. They go through the same cycle, and that's why things always blow up in their face. Let me repeat that. It always blows up in their face. Okay? So it's time to put the blame where the blame belongs. It's time to take control of our lives. It's time to let these suckers know, hey, no, sorry. I'm not going to take you back. You can hoover all you want. You're wasting your time. I'm not answering the door. I'm not taking your calls. And hopefully by now you've blocked them, so you don't even know if they've called you. Because you have to put yourself first. If you want to heal, if you want to recover from this trauma, you have to put yourself first, and you have to sever any ties that you have. Any ties that you have with them, you have to sever them, because they will weasel their way back at the most opportune moment when you least expect it. It'll catch you off guard, and if you're not ready, you won't even realize that you're back in it. You won't even realize just having a conversation with them is enough to reel you back in. Just a conversation, because remember, you have a conversation with them, you're going to get your fix. That trauma bond, right? That drug, you're going to get your fix. And at the end of that conversation, you're going to tell yourself a story. Hey, maybe we can have a cup of coffee in a few weeks, and and that's as far as that's going to go. No, it's not going to go as far as cup of coffee. It's going to end up back in your bed. That's where it's going to end up in. And you're going to be right back in hell. And then you're going to be like, how fuck did I get myself back in here, knowing everything that I knew? And then you're back in day zero, and you got to start all over again. And that sounds mighty familiar. Sounds like the narcissist going through their same freaking cycle, destroying, self-sabotaging, the shit show falls and blows up in their face, and they got to repeat the pattern again. Come on, let's not be as dumb as they are. Let's not, for as intelligent as these psychopaths are, they always tend to fuck it up for themselves, don't they? So you know what? Don't want to be anything like that. Let's learn from their mistakes, okay? Let's learn from the patterns that they do, all right? And if they can block us, if they can ghost us and not care, then we can do the same for our self-protection. It doesn't mean that you're a narcissist. It doesn't mean that you're an evil person. It doesn't mean that you're bad. If you need to block a toxic person out of your life, someone that's done the same thing to you and caused you a great deal of pain, anxiety, and panic disorders, you have every right to do the same. And you don't owe them an explanation, a conversation, or a warning. You don't owe them jack shit. They owed you, and they didn't give you squat, did they? Never forget. Never forget what these predators did. Never forget. All right? Never forget. And never take them back. If you're out, let it be out. You're done. That's it. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop. Right now, stop. I give you permission to stop. Okay? Stop. So I hope that I'm making some sort of sense here. I hope I'm breaking through that veil that the narcissist has put in front of you. I hope I'm breaking that spell that they've cast on you. I hope some of this makes sense. If you got any value out of this, I would appreciate, just drop a comment below so you can share your experience with the community. Your love, strength, and hope goes a long way, a very long way. It gives people inspiration, and it shows them that, hey, we've all been here too, and we got out. We're not just making these stories up. We've lived it. We've come together through shared experiences, shared trauma, and now we're out and we're telling you, hey, come with us. Like, it's actually good up here, but you have to do the work, okay? The legwork is up to you. You have to do the work. Nobody's going to come do it for you, okay? If you need a little boost, if you need a little help, I do have a private one-on-one coaching program. I can help get you where you need to get, emotionally, psychologically, give you that courage, that be that coach in your corner, help you see clear, help you see a little clearer, because right now, if you're still in the situation, you still think that this is going to work out, that the narcissist is going to change, that your life and your relationship is going to all of a sudden blossom, you're in this crazy denial and you're really not seeing clear. They've clouded your vision. That's what they do. That's what they do. So feel free to reach out at info@psychopathexposure.com, and I'll give you more details on how you can join the program. And yeah, I'll be very, very excited to working with you. So hope you're having a great day. My name is Kira. This is Psychopath Exposure. Thanks for showing up. If you got some value out of the video, please share, comment, like I said, and drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time here. Click on the little bell icon as well so that you can get notified. And remember, every time I post a video, I'm going to be in the live chat with you guys so we can communicate and have a few laughs. And it's a lot of fun. You get to participate with the community and just interact with one another. It's really cool. All right, that's all I got for today. I got to run, but I will see you guys in the next video.